What is going on, Charger fans? Yours truly, Jake Silva here on Charger Syndicate as we are doing the game recap live stream. If it is your first time here on the channel, I encourage you guys to like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future and past live streams, videos, and more of everything you need on the LA Chargers. Wow. What a thriller. I got to tell you one thing. I want to feel ecstatic. I want to really react, maybe losing my voice, but for my wife's sake, I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that today because that game literally had me on the edge of my toes. I can't even believe with how that game even escalated. We got a lot to talk about, but I'm going to keep this short and brief for time's sake. First and foremost, Chargers come up on the road, get a big-time win against the Denver Broncos. What a win. I was absolutely happy that we came away with the win. The only thing I'm not happy of is late-game antics. I was not happy with the way that this game even became close. I understand that we limited them to 16 points, but that should have been 7 points on Denver instead of 16. What the hell was that? I want to feel good about the win, but I kind of don't right now. I just think that was unnecessary for that game to even come close. So, because the way that momentum was shifting, it seemed like Bo Nix and company could have almost came away with that game. We cannot have that happen again. I'm glad we got the win. But next week, we need to clean that stuff up. That was unnecessary for that game to be as close as it was here on the road against a division rival opponent. So I want to get at least a couple takeaways. First off, Greg Roman was not rigid today. I was really happy that he was not. All the way up until the fourth quarter was where I really started to get a little concerned and was very close to losing my mind. Because now we finally opened up the pass game. Justin Herbert today looked much better. 21 of 34, 237 passing yards, 7 yards per play, 1 touchdown, no pick. With a quarterback rating of 92. He looked a lot better. The pass game finally opened up. This is the first time now this season Herbert has thrown for over 180 yards. First time. I'm glad Roman is not being rigid and he's not being stubborn to run the pass play. We finally started to get that involved. Justin looked a lot better. He started to distribute to a lot of his weapons, and guys were coming up making plays, including one to Kamani Vidal on a 30-yarder, which was really impressive. I'm very glad that Kamani Vidal at least got involved today because I was waiting to see what this rookie could do. I loved watching his tape at Troy, loved seeing everything that he's got for this team. J.K. Dobbins today, much better running the football. Almost broke 100 yards rushing, 25 carries, 96 yards, 1 rushing touchdown today. Dobbins looked very good despite having Gus Edwards out in the game. Despite not having him today. I think, honestly, this offense, coming off a bye, I'm happy that the fact that it was a lot better. It was much, much better. But we get shut down in the fourth quarter. That's not good. Offensively, this team has to keep their foot on the gas all 4 quarters of the game. You cannot afford to lose out on a potential matchup like that. You cannot. By the way, our defense looked very good up until that point where they gave up 16 points alone in 1 quarter, which was the 1 quarter you cannot allow to have happen. Very impressive all throughout 3 quarters. But we almost handed that game away. Defensively, 49 total tackles, 32 solos, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for losses, 6 passes defended, and 5 quarterback hits, including an interception by Elijah Molden. This kid is he's looking so much better each week. I am very glad that we were able to get him at a time that we did. And that was in the very first pass attempt from Bo Nix, where Elijah Molden ended up coming away with that interception. Very impressive. We also come away with a big time fumble. Nicely done by Teair Tart. Javonte Williams ended up losing it, and Tart ended up recovering it. So I was very happy that we were able to come away with that. Receiving core, 2 catches for Simi Fehoko, 44 yards. Glad he was able to get involved. Lat McConkey getting the ball more again, 4 catches for 43 yards. And then Kamani Baidol with 2 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown reception. The receiving core is still looking a bit slow, but it was getting a lot better. I was glad that we were able to open up the pass game because that was really driving me nuts from Greg Roman in the last 4 weeks. So offensively, very good for the first 3 quarters. The fourth quarter getting shut down at a 0. We need to clean that up. That needs to get better. So all throughout it, from the team's perspective of team stats, we had 22 first downs over 17, 75 total plays we were able to get out for 350 total yards, 222 passing yards, and 128 on the ground. Very good. No turnovers. We absolutely dominated the time of possession at 37 over 22 minutes. Less amount of penalties. Very, very good that we were able to limit our penalties. 3 of them for 20 yards. We let them initially force the mistakes. So we cleaned that up. We looked a lot better. Very glad we were able to do that. But I just have to say as a quick recap on this, because once again, I'm happy that we ended up getting the win. I'm not pissed. I am a little concerned because, first of all, we decided to get conservative at the worst time of the game. This should have been 23-7, not 23-16. How is it that we were able to let Bo Nix and company, a rookie quarterback, try to potentially come back like that? And boy, we dodged a massive bullet even on that onside kick, because that would have killed us. Those were precisely the mistakes we were trying to clean up. It should have been a 23-7 game, not 23-16. They got to do better. Defensively, I think for as much as we've seen 4 weeks out of Jesse Minter in that defense, I think that was kind of the worst late. I think that was the worst second half performance, if you ask me. That we dominated all 3 quarters and then give up 16 in one and in the late. So that needs to clean up. Again, happy with the win, but we need to clean some things up. So next week for the Chargers, I mean, this is the first of 13 games going on in the stretch. So we have to be better prepared for that. Next week, Chargers go on the road on a Monday Night Football game into Tempe, Arizona, facing against the Arizona Cardinals. And the Cardinals got absolutely boat raced this week. So we need to come in there with a very good statement on prime time. Hopefully we can clean this stuff up. This seems like a very good opportunity to do just that. This is the time that we are road warriors for 13 weeks. So let's make it happen. Happy with the win. but it still kind of scared the crap out of me. So let's clean it up. Let's get ready for Arizona next week. I will have another live stream this upcoming week just to basically break down a little bit more about what we needed to do better. But I figured I'd jump in on here, hanging out with you guys for a second to kind of give you a quick recap on it. This should have never looked like this. Should have been a 23-7 game instead of 23-16. So lots of stuff to have to figure out, lots of stuff to have to readjust, get cleaned up and get better, but it was a much better outcome. Hopefully we have the same energy in the first halves that we always do into the second halves, because that's going to be important come late in the stretch. So at least we got a much needed statement win. We're 2-1 in the division now, but that can't happen again. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. Appreciate all of you guys for being here on the quick live stream, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future past live streams and videos as well here on Charger Syndicate. Jake Silva signing off. Also, catch me on Tuesday nights for the AFC West Roundtable with Roundtable Sports, because I got a lot to talk about. I mean, I could be laying it into Ben today, but they kind of scared the crap out of me. So probably going to be treading a little bit light, but still happy for the win. Appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you guys all here this week. Got more videos to post up out and getting us geared up for the Arizona Cardinals on Monday Night Football. Appreciate all of you guys. Take care of yourselves. And always remember, bolt up. Glad we got the win.